We are back with GMA Out Loud, our month-long Pride series looking at issues affecting the LGBTQ+ community. Today we examine body shaming and body dysmorphia. Gay men make up 42% of men with eating disorders. Gio Benitez is back to tell us more about it. Hey, Gio.
Hey, George. Yeah, this issue is only made worse by comparisons on social media. Now this morning here, though, a slew of young gay men are tackling this issue one TikTok at a time.
People talk about my weight because of how skinny I am.
They are the TikTokers taking on body shaming.
Muscle dysmorphia is a major issue.
A growing number of gay men are publicly pushing back against what they call bullying within the gay community over how they look.
I've had someone actually say, if you lost a little bit more weight, I think we could go on a date.
A study showed gay men had lower body esteem scores, higher rates of eating disorders, and greater concerns for physical attractiveness compared to straight men. Nico Cassidy grew up as an overweight kid in upstate New York, but once he got to college, body expectations led him to extreme dieting.
You're so gay, you're fat. It's definitely deep-rooted with shame from childhood and just to be who we are. And I think that shame kind of comes out and portrayed as like a little bit more of a superficial vibe.
Sam Coffey posts his body with pride, calls himself full-figured and body positive.
And there is an unwritten and kind of unspoken Adonis complex that happens, especially within American gay culture.
Experts point to social media and dating apps affecting all of us, gay and straight. One study showed digital comparisons led to users feeling worse about themselves.
The pursuit of the ideal body or the pursuit of perfection can certainly be damaging, can lead to depression, anxiety, self-esteem issues.
Nico and Sam say they hope speaking out will help change perspective.
The one thing that I've learned is to just confront things as they happen, because if you actively are working on yourself, you will always have hardships to overcome, but you'll always be the best you can be.
My relationship with my body, I feel it's a growing relationship. I'm getting used to me.
And experts say some of the most helpful tips are to reduce your time on social media and redirect your focus to something else. But of course, George, that's easier said than done.
Sure is. Let's talk to our expert, Dr. Jen Ashton. You don't hear a lot of talk about this issue.
We don't, George. And I want to take a more macro view of this. It's not just body dysmorphia and eating disorders in the gay community. It's men in general that are often overlooked. So they're facing almost a double cultural bias of stereotypes where you don't think of men as being subjected to the risks of body dysmorphia and eating disorders. But I want to be clear, there are associated medical risks here. It's not just a cosmetic issue. Obviously, men or anyone with body dysmorphia then can go on to have an increased risk of associated depression, anxiety, substance abuse. I want to be clear, a higher associated risk of death. This is truly a medical issue. I'm so glad we're talking about it.
What's the latest science on eating disorders?
Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions out there is that if you see someone who's dealing with body dysmorphia or an eating disorder, to just try to reason with them. I think it's really important. You know, the theory in psychology and psychiatry is that this is a detachment from reality. Oftentimes, it's the only way that person can exert any control over his or her life by controlling what they look like, what they eat. And it's not as simple as, you know, you're just wanting to look like a magazine ad. It's a true psychiatric and psychological condition.
So you're a nutrition expert as well. What's your advice to anyone struggling with this?
My advice on anything related to the mental health and physical health sphere is to fill the boat, get professional help. As intimidating and scary as that may seem, there is help available. We're going to put the number right here on the screen. There is a National Eating Disorder hotline, 1-800-931-2237. Help is available.
Yep, call that anytime you need the help. Jen Ashton, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.